Welcome to Relaxed Reddit Readings. Today we have 5 Reddit stories for you. Reddit stories that will make you say absolutely not. Story 1. My stepsister wanted my room and my dad said move to the garage. So my dad actually asked me, his 15-year-old daughter, to move into the garage so my pregnant stepsister could have my bedroom. Let me back up. I'm 15, I live with my dad and my stepmom Carol. Carol has a daughter, Maya, she's 21, and she doesn't live with us full time, but she comes over a lot. When we moved into this house, my dad let me pick the biggest bedroom because I'm the only kid actually living there permanently. I spent months making that room mine. I painted the walls, I decorated everything, it's my safe space. And I need that, because I have pretty severe anxiety. Having my own organized little world genuinely helps me function. So now Maya's pregnant. Congrats to her, genuinely, I don't have a problem with that part. But apparently she and her boyfriend are having issues, and she's been staying with us more and more. And then my dad sits me down and tells me that since Maya's pregnant, she needs the bigger room, and I should move into the garage. The garage. Not even a real conversion, like an actual finished basement or a den, just the garage with a promise that they'll quote fix it up. I said no. I said I'm not giving up my room, especially not for a garage, and especially not for someone who doesn't even permanently live here. Carol lost it. She started saying I was being selfish, that Maya's pregnant and hormonal and stressed and needs comfort, and that I'm just a kid so I should be flexible. My dad didn't really defend me, he just kind of stood there looking uncomfortable, which honestly hurt more than if he'd just agreed with Carol outright. I reminded them that I have anxiety, that my room is genuinely part of how I manage it, and that a garage is not a comparable trade. I also pointed out that Maya has her own boyfriend, her own place technically, this isn't even supposed to be permanent for her here. Carol said I was being dramatic about the anxiety thing, like it's not a real reason. My dad's kind of caught in the middle, but the pressure hasn't stopped. They keep bringing it up like I'm going to eventually cave. Maya herself hasn't said much, but she hasn't exactly told her mom to back off either. I feel like I'm being treated like my needs come after everyone else's just because I'm the youngest and the quietest. So, am I the jerk for refusing to give up my room and move to the garage? If you're enjoying these stories, hit that like button and let me know in the comments which story you relate to the most. Story 2. I let my friend stay a week, she stayed 2 months and ruined my house. So I let my friend move in for a few days while she got back on her feet, and 2 months later I had to basically evict her from my own house. Let me explain. I'm 40 years old, and this friend of mine, we've known each other for years, she's 39. A couple months ago she lost her job and was going through a really rough patch. So being a decent person, I told her, hey, come stay with me for a few days, maybe up to a week, get your bearings, job hunt, don't worry about your place for a bit. That week turned into 2 months. And in those 2 months, she has been an absolute nightmare to live with. She hasn't gotten a job. Honestly, I don't even think she's been seriously looking. Every time I bring it up, she gets defensive or changes the subject. She doesn't clean up after herself. Dishes pile up, her stuff is scattered through my living room, the bathroom is a disaster after she uses it. She eats my food without asking, and I mean specific things I bought for myself, not just shared pantry stuff. She stays up late watching TV loudly in the living room even after I've told her I have work in the morning. And the thing that finally broke me, she started acting like this was just her house now. Having her own little routines, rearranging things, telling me how she likes stuff done in my own home. I finally sat her down and told her, look, this has gone on long enough, you need to figure out a plan, and honestly, you need to start looking for your own place because this can't keep being an open-ended thing. She got really hurt and accused me of kicking her out when she's at her lowest point, said she thought I was actually her friend, that real friends don't put a timeline on helping someone. She's telling mutual friends that I'm heartless for turning my back on her during a crisis. Some of them have started giving me weird looks, like I'm the bad guy for wanting my own home back after 2 months of unpaid, unannounced, indefinite guest status. I feel for her, I really do. Losing a job is rough and I don't want to be cruel. But I also didn't sign up to fully financially and emotionally support another adult indefinitely with zero communication about an actual plan or timeline. I offered my house as a temporary safety net, not a permanent living arrangement. So, am I the jerk for finally telling her she has to go? Story 3. My sister-in-law went through my iPad and sent my photos to my mom. So my sister-in-law went snooping through my iPad, found some private photos, and sent them straight to my mother, and now my whole family thinks I'm the one who did something wrong. Let me lay this out. I'm 26, female, and this all started because I accidentally left my iPad in my sister-in-law's car. Instead of just letting me know she had it, or waiting for me to grab it, she went into it. Without my permission. And she found some explicit photos on there. Nothing illegal, nothing insane, just normal adult stuff for a single 26-year-old woman. You can read between the lines there. Instead of just, I don't know, minding her business, or even just quietly telling me she saw something and deleting it, she sent the photos to my mother. My mother. I am mortified. Genuinely one of the most humiliating things that has ever happened to me. And then, to make it even worse, my brother and his wife, this same sister-in-law, sat me down for what they called an intervention. About things she saw on my iPad. Like I did something wrong by having private photos of myself on my own personal device that I did not share with anyone, that she found by going through my stuff without asking. I was so blindsided and angry that after that little sit-down, I actually went to the police. I wanted to know if there was anything I could legally do about someone accessing my personal device without consent and distributing private images of me without my permission. Now my family is acting like I'm the villain here. Like going to the police over this was some huge overreaction, like I'm dramatic, like I'm the one who caused a rift in the family. My brother says I've humiliated his wife by involving law enforcement over quote just a mistake. My mom hasn't even fully addressed how weird it was that she was sent these in the first place. She's more focused on the family drama I supposedly started. Nobody seems to care that my privacy was completely violated, that someone went through my personal property without asking, found private content, and then distributed it to a family member instead of just telling me she found something and letting me handle it myself. I feel like the actual violation is getting completely buried under everyone's outrage that I dared to go to the police about it. So, am I the jerk for taking this to law enforcement instead of just letting it slide? Story 4. I shoved past a dollar store employee to save my mom in a heat advisory. So my mom started slurring her words from heat exhaustion, and I ended up shoving past a dollar store employee to get her help, and now apparently I'm the bad guy. Okay, here's what happened. I'm 16, male, and I work for my dad's rental business alongside my mom and my dad. We had a heat advisory that day, 99 degrees, felt like 110 with the humidity, genuinely dangerous heat. We were out working for about 3 hours straight with basically no access to air conditioning, no real shade, nothing. Once we finished up and started packing the truck, my mom just started acting off. Her speech got slurred, she was slow to respond, and she flat out begged my dad to let her sit in the truck with the AC on. My dad, for whatever reason, made her wait another 2 minutes while he finished loading stuff, which in that heat, with her already showing signs of heat exhaustion, felt like forever. The second we were done, I basically ran to find somewhere with air conditioning for her, and the closest place was a dollar store. I rushed in, trying to get her inside quickly because she was clearly not doing well, borderline heatstroke territory. There was an employee kind of in the doorway area, maybe restocking or blocking the path. I don't totally remember the specifics, but I physically pushed past him to get my mom inside to the air conditioning. I didn't ask permission, I didn't say excuse me first, I just moved him out of the way because my priority in that moment was getting my mother somewhere cool before she collapsed or something worse happened. The employee was obviously upset, made a comment about how I shoved him, and I guess word got around or he complained, because now I'm getting told by some people that I was out of line, that I should have asked, that I can't just manhandle random employees even in an emergency. But in my head, my mom was showing real symptoms of heat exhaustion, possibly heading toward heat stroke, and every second mattered. I wasn't thinking about social etiquette, I was thinking about getting her somewhere safe as fast as humanly possible. Looking back, maybe I could have said something first, but it happened so fast and I panicked. My dad hasn't really said much about it either way, which is its own kind of frustrating. So, was I wrong for shoving past that employee to get my mom somewhere cool in a medical emergency? Story 5. I bought myself a phone with my scholarship money instead of giving it to my siblings. So I finally bought myself a phone with my own scholarship money after years of giving every extra cent to my family, and now I'm the villain of the household. Let me give you the background. I'm the eldest of 4, 23 years old, female. 3 of us are in college right now, and out of all of us, I'm the only one who managed to land a scholarship. It's a state college, so tuition itself is already free, but the scholarship comes with a stipend, a payout every semester. From the very beginning, I shared that money. Every single payout, I split it with my siblings, I gave some to my mom, I put money toward our apartment, groceries, internet, all of it. I never really kept much for myself, because that's just what you do when you're the one with more, you help your family. About a year ago, I got a payout that was double what I normally receive. I was honestly surprised too, I didn't expect it. And for once, instead of immediately funneling all of it into the household pot like I always did, I decided to keep a portion of it for myself. I used it to buy a new phone. My old one was falling apart, barely functioning, and I'd been needing an upgrade for a long time but kept putting my own needs last. The rest of that payout, like always, still went to the apartment, groceries, internet, the usual shared expenses. But the second my family found out I'd spent part of it on a phone for myself, everyone lost it. My mom said I was being selfish, that I should think about my siblings first since they don't have scholarships. My siblings piled on too, saying I acted entitled, that I had no right to spend on myself before making sure everyone else's needs were covered. Nobody acknowledged that I've been financially supporting this family for years off of a scholarship that's mine, that I earned, and that this was genuinely the first time I used a chunk of my own money on something purely for myself. It's not like I bought something outrageous, it was a phone I needed. I still contributed to the household like always. I just also finally did something for me for once. Now there's this weird tension anytime money comes up, like they're waiting for me to slip up and be selfish again. I feel like I've been the family's financial backbone for years, and the one time I take a little bit for myself, I get treated like I abandoned them. So, am I the jerk for buying myself a phone with my own scholarship money instead of giving it all to my siblings? If you enjoyed these stories, drop a comment telling me which one was your favorite. And if you want more relaxed Reddit readings, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these stories, like, comment and subscribe for more relaxed Reddit readings.